Coming to you from the center of the universe in Lipsick, Wisconsin, it's the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast.
Hi, I'm Ed.
Hi, I'm Bob. We're with the Wisconsin Specialty Vehicle Alliance, dedicated to preserving our right to restore, modify, and drive our specialty vehicles.
And we're listening to Hot Rod Tuesday podcast.
So welcome to episode 55 of the Hot Rod Tuesday podcast. I'm Tom.
Kyle.
And Al.
So tonight we got a little bit of everything. We've got, obviously some SEMA updates from Beth. And I think we're going to have some more SEMA updates as the week goes on. So kind of hang on for those. Well, I'll let them out there as often as they come in. But so far tonight we're going to talk about, we got WSVA coming up. We talked to them today. And other than that, the weather. I think the weather's changed, wouldn't you say?
Slowly. That's okay. I like the fall.
Yeah.
It's what comes after that really bites.
Right.
Yeah.
So with the change of weather, it's time. I mean, you guys out in the West Coast and out of the warm places are going, what? You don't even have to listen to this because seriously.
Oh, they won't anyway. It's okay.
Yeah. You never know.
Oh, Beth is out there right now.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit about, what to do when you store your car, right? There's about 18 million different ways that people go about it. And depending on my level of ambition, I think I've used every way possible short of, drive it in, don't touch it, to actually take care and make sure that you actually have antifreeze in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're just going to hit some of the high points.
Yeah. So I guess the big thing too, guys that have really nice paint on your cars, not me, you guys that have paint on your cars, just make sure you go through, clean the car, wash it and wax it, get all that garbage off that, especially bird shit. Bird shit is terribly corrosive to paint. So yeah, you want to take care of that. The other thing is change your oil. Oil is cheaper than metal. I think every single one of our dads has told us that at some point in time. So yeah, just make sure you got your oil changed, and then you can go ahead and start with the process.
Oh, Al's up.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start the show here. All right. One thing you really want to do, Tom touched on the wash and wax. The next thing you want to do is make sure you got a full tank of gas. Top it off with premium fuel, add a fuel stabilizer, run the engine to get it circulated, and also, as long as we're topping off fluids, ensure that the coolant's at the correct level and the antifreeze is sufficient for the winter temperatures.
Right. And here's one thing, too, and I'm going to get a lot of hate mail over this, is heat. Do you remember growing up, we had to put heat in our cars?
Yes.
Well, what is heat?
Alcohol.
Isopropyl alcohol, that's all it is. When you buy 87 octane gas, it is 90% gas, 10% alcohol.
Right.
And this is more for your dailies, I guess. So when you're adding heat to that gas tank, you are essentially just adding more alcohol to it. You're not helping yourself at all by putting that stuff in there. Right. Is it going to hurt if you put it in there? No, probably not. But you definitely, give that some thought. The big reason with heat was it took the moisture out of the lines and everything like that, kept gas lines from freezing, which I think we all dealt with back in the 70s and 80s. But, if you keep your gas tank full right now, you really ain't going to have any kind of problems like that.
True, because if you don't, what happens? You get condensation on the inside of the tank.
Right.
And then that gets in your gas.
And if you're using the 87 octane, the cheap stuff with the alcohol in it, guys, just Google it. See what goes on inside your carburetor when that stuff sits inside the carburetor. It eats away at the aluminum. It eats away at all the parts and pieces on the inside, clogs everything up, and makes a huge mess. The other bad thing that ethanol garbage does is it chews up the rubber fuel lines. So when I see the older cars with rubber fuel lines, especially like from the carburetor or from the fuel pump to the carburetor, it always makes me a little bit leery because it looks fine from the outside, but just one little pinhole. And you see it every spring. There's going to be a story on Facebook or wherever of a guy's car that's burning up on the side of the road. And typically, a lot of times, it's from that. It's from those pinholes in the gas line caused by ethanol.
So as far as these additives, we have no sponsors now, but do you have any suggestions like Seafoam?
Seafoam and Stable are the only ones that I would use. But
okay.
that's me. You guys use what you want to use.
Next thing here is to protect your tires. Overinflate the tires to prevent flat spots for a long time sitting there. Or for even longer storage than a season, put the car on jack stands and take the weight off of your tires.
Yeah, you definitely want to add some air in your tires. We run into that on the used car lot once in a while when you got cars with flat spotted tires. It takes a while for that to go away.
And next is to address your fluids. Make sure your fluids are good to go for the winter. Use a grease or anti-seize compound on brake and fuel pipes. And check the other fluids, like your wiper fluid, if you have that in your car. I know I don't in the Ranchero.
Blinker
so
fluid.
It's pretty easy
Blinker
to check.
fluid.
Yeah.
And the muffler bearings. You want to make sure that they are properly lubed as well. So then the next thing we got, disconnect your battery. And then, you can store it inside or at least put a battery maintainer on it or just charge your battery. Make sure that the battery stays up and you don't let it die over the course of the winter.
And then you want to prevent moisture and especially pests. Mice, they're always looking for a nice place to
Mice
spend
are
the winter.
assholes, yeah.
Yeah. So place a dehumidifier or something like a box of baking soda inside the car. This will absorb moisture. You're going to want to plug the exhaust pipe, air intake, anywhere a mouse can crawl into. Plug it with steel wool. They won't chew through that. That'll keep them out. And don't forget to remove them before you start it up in the spring.
We also put the dryer sheets out on the Ranchero to keep the mice away.
Yeah, dryer sheets work.
Irish Spring soap I've always heard too.
I think the mice don't like the Irish or what?
I guess.
Okay, that's a different. I didn't hear that one yet.
Yeah, Irish Spring soap supposedly works.
And cover the car. Like my Ranchero right now is underneath a packing blanket. To use a breathable soft cover to protect it from dust and scratches. Avoid using plastic, which can trap moisture and damage your paint, among other things.
Yep. And then the one last thing you want to think about is when you store your car. The best thing, obviously, is going to be in a temperature-controlled garage where you don't have all the humidity and the cold and the heat and hot and all the temperature changes like that.
Okay, what about us regular folks?
Just do the best you can. Just do the best you can. One big one, though, is especially you guys that have the manual or transmissions is don't set the parking brake. Because, those of us who hung around for quite a while and remember the old parking brake cables of yesteryear, remember the bucket of diesel fuel that sat in the corner that used to soak those things in? Yeah. So I think every shop had one and they were just a bear. But anyway, you don't want to set your parking brakes. If it seizes up there, you really got a whole bunch of problems. But that's going to be it. Hopefully this winter is going to go by really, really fast. And before you know it, we'll be all driving our cars again. And with that, I guess we're going to go right into our history section with Kyle. Hold tight.
Got 6 things for this week. Starting off with 1937, 87 years ago. The Horseless Carriage Club of America was founded in Los Angeles. They're thinking that would be a little bit earlier than 37 being a horseless carriage club. But
it's just like a bunch of old guys just starting a car club today.
I was going to say.
So it was carriages and coffee.
We should start a car club with that name.
The Horseless Carriages.
Yeah.
In Saturday the 5th in November 1960, Johnny Horton died in a car crash.
Was he on his way north to Alaska when that happened?
No, he was actually down somewhere else. He wasn't going to the Battle of New Orleans either. But he was killed in an accident in Milano, Texas. There's some neat, weird coincidences here also. He just played his last show at the Skyliner in Austin, where Hank Williams also played his last show before he died in his car. And when he was going to his next show. Johnny Horton was also married to Hank Williams' widow. And even though they both died in a car, Johnny Horton was in a crash, and Hank Jr. was a drug-related death in the backseat of his Cadillac.
Hank Sr., you mean?
Did I say Junior? Yeah. Just Senior.
Sorry, Junior.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be okay.
Yeah. All his rowdy friends are coming over tonight. He'll be okay.
All his rowdy friends have settled down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alan Kowicki got his first NASCAR Cup Series win in 1988 at Phoenix.
There we go.
Get some Wisconsin ones
Another
in
Wisconsin guy.
Steve McQueen died in 1980.
Like Steve McQueen, all I want's a fast machine.
The king of cool.
Yeah.
Passed away after undergoing experimental therapy and surgery in Mexico for mesothelioma.
Okay.
In 1956, the Ford Motor Company decided on the name Edsel for a new model because they wanted something different. And
Wasn't that one of,
they achieved it.
Wasn't that the name of one of Henry's kids?
Yeah, it was Edsel Ford. Right?
Okay.
Sorry, Brian, but they really didn't take off.
Ahead of their time.
Ahead of their time, you're right. That's exactly what it was. Like I said, we got Brian that listens to the podcast all the time, and he is an Edsel person. We give him a little bit of crap every now and then, but I'm going to say I secretly enjoy his the Edsels that they bring out to our show. Especially the best one with the Chevy engine in it.
Whenever I see the Edsel stuff for this day in history, I jump on that for Brian.
Yeah.
Last one here, another one that's kind of tied into Wisconsin, I guess. 1942, GMC debuted the Duck, the six-wheel drive amphibious modification of the 2-ton capacity truck used by the military in World War II. We have a lot of those up in Wisconsin Dells that do the tours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, have you guys ever been to Wisconsin Dells and did the Duck tours? They are kind of fun.
Never did.
You never did a Duck tour?
No, never did.
Oh, you got to do a Duck tour.
No, they won't go anywhere. They have chicken wire on the trail. So the chicken wire holding chickens can hold a duck.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put it on my bucket list.
You got to do a duck ride.
Duck ride.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the duck rides are a lot of fun. You're riding around in 90-year-old equipment, but hell, most of us hot rod guys are anyway, so
true.
It really doesn't matter to us. But yeah, coming up, we have a special visitor, or now a visitor, a special guest coming on here. Jo Coddington is coming on talking about her new speed shop that she's opened since the last time we talked to her. So hold on tight. It will be on with Jo in just a minute. So on the phone with me, I have a special guest. We have a friend of the show, Jo Coddington. Jo, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and I love all your listeners.
Cool. Well, we love it. We love them too. It's, I think our people are the greatest people in the world, and by that I mean car people. There's not a better bunch of people anywhere, if you ask me. So, Jo, I know your time is precious here, but we're just going to cut right straight to the point.
All right.
Understand you undertook a new project since the last time we talked to you. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I have. I'm really excited. I've got Coddington Speedshop. It's an online, basically web-based aftermarket parts store. We're specializing right now in suspension parts for Jeeps, and then we've got race shocks with JRI. We've got Hushmat Sycor products. We've got C10 shocks and bedwood bedliners.
Okay.
So we're adding products little by little. There's a couple companies that want to talk to me while I'm here at SEMA that would like to become involved with me. So, it's just going to grow.
Outstanding. That's wonderful news. And I do sell Jeeps, new Jeeps, by the way. So,
oh, you do?
Yes, I do. That's my 9 to 5. So I can send some people your way. That'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely. And I'm doing a major blowout for Black Friday. And actually, I'm running it Wednesday to Tuesday because whoever heard of stopping on Cyber Monday? You got to keep that stuff rolling.
Absolutely.
So the Jeep lift kits will be heavily discounted.
Oh, okay. Well, make sure to make a note of that. And there's one other thing too. I don't know if you've heard the news, but we are going to be, the podcast, I should say, is going to be at the Iola Car Show next year. We're going to be in the Oasis all 3 days of the show. So we're really looking forward to coming there, saying hi to some of your veterans, and hopefully we can get some stories from some of those guys because, without the sacrifices they made, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be able to be standing here in beautiful Las Vegas at the SEMA show without the veterans. And I do thank all the men and women that serve our country, have served and continue to serve.
Absolutely. So, Jo, thank you so much for calling in from SEMA. Like I said, I know you're extremely busy and you got places to be. Keep Beth in line for us if you could. And
Hot Rod Beth is like herding cats.
Oh yeah. Tell us about it. Well, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Does her hair look okay? Because I always give her crap because her hair is never right.
Her hair looks pretty good. She's got glasses holding it down. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Thank you very much for having me on the podcast.
I appreciate it more
I
than you
look
know.
forward to seeing you at the Iola Car Show.
Yes.
I'll have the veterans back at the Oasis. I'm rolling back there two different days. Plus, I visit with all the VIPs that Beth takes care of, and the VIP experience at Iola. So I'm
Right.
looking forward to seeing you and chatting again with all of your followers. And thank you. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you very much, Joe. Have a great winter, great holiday season, and I think July will be here before you know it.
Oh, it will be. You take care.
All
Have
right.
a great holiday season yourself.
All right.
Bye for
Thank
now.
you. Hey guys, got a special treat tonight. We are at Bob's Garage talking to the guys from the Wisconsin Specialty Vehicle Alliance. We got Bob and Ed. Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Great. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Tom.
So, we had you on here last year. You talked about how the WSVA came to be and things like that. What do you got for us tonight?
Well, there's been a lot going on this year. Ed and I have been out to many, many shows. Thank you to all those shows that invited us to be participants. Honored guest, we were up at Automotion. Ed, you did Simcoe.
Simcoe, we did. You did Gary's Hot Rod Reunion. We did Spring and Fall Jefferson.
Yep. And all those shows that we were invited to, again, they're supporters of us. That really helps us get the word out to you, the car collector, the hobbyist, and answer those questions, and just that we have a face out in the car show parking lot. One other group that joined up with us this year, which we're pretty proud of, Great Lakes Dragway came in. We have been monitoring some other states. They call it the Carolina Squat. And if you read the rules that some of these states are putting in, the way it's written, if that would happen in Wisconsin, it would outlaw your
Your nose-high gassers.
Yeah, your drag cars. I mean, you guys that are running straight axles on the street, if you look at that car, that is a Carolina Squat, how they're rating them. So why do we pay attention to what we're doing in Madison? It's stuff like that. We want to be ahead of the game, and we want to be sure that you, as the hobbyist, the car collector, the enthusiast, whatever, how you're enjoying your car. I don't care if you're drifting. It's important that we know what's going on out there. And if we don't pay attention, it's just not going to, we're not going to know about it till it's too late.
And you want to talk about the costs involved. What do you think the average cost is of a gasser that's on the street today? You think you could touch one for 40 grand by the time it's all said and done? That makes an expensive paperweight then if they're going to outlaw it, correct?
Yeah, it's a fit and finish thing, but you can get a full range of prices. But yes, 40 grand for a decent one. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's just the things that we're up against, and by no fault of our own, really. You got these guys with these squatted trucks. I think it looks silly, but there again, they are also car guys too. But the squat or the nose high dragster look that served a purpose.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a design function of getting down the track and, making her stay on the track and going fast. So, but again, we need to pay attention that we don't lose the ability as somebody writes a law and then all of a sudden it is detrimental to one of our vehicles or one of our collector cars.
Detrimental to the point it takes it off the road.
Yes. And like I said, we all love our cars too much to have them be just great big paperweights or yard art. So one of the bills that recently passed, I think, was it 77? I think was the number of it, if I remember correctly. And that talked about hiding license plates and hideaway license plate holders. Now, I know that's probably not all that popular in our world, with the fold-away license plates. I know they're out there. I've seen them.
I'm sure there's some cars out there that have them, but not a lot of them.
No. But the other part in that bill, if you read into it, it talks about, if you have anything on there that can conceal your license plate. So, like, if you got a smoked cover on your license plate, if you've got a frame on your license plate, especially the ones that would cover up any stickers or the state name or anything like that, are they going to pull you over for that just because of that? Probably not. But can they? Absolutely. So, these guys are here to make sure that we can stay abreast of all the laws that are changing in the state, to make sure that, we can stay on top of it. And if there's something that's completely egregious, that's where these guys step in.
When we sent a notification out to our Facebook, and we did an alert to our registered supporters, and that's how they find out about what's going on out there. Do I have an opinion? Does Ed have an opinion about this? There's some stuff that is written that we're in a neutral zone. Personally, we don't have a horse in that game, but yet you, as a car owner, may. And that could be important to you. So we want to be sure that some of the stuff, that you're aware of it. The only way you're going to be aware of it if you're a registered supporter. It's very low cost. You can become a registered supporter for $20. You get a booklet, you get stickers, you get on our alert list, and if something comes down, we send you an email. We don't harass you. We don't send you, advertisements. We, don't sell your name, don't sell your address or anything. It's just an alliance, which actually the alliance is like a citizens lobbying group. The legislators up in Madison, your representative, is devoted to you. He wants to represent you because you're the one that votes for him. Now, if I go up there and talk to your representative, he's going to say, you know what, I hear what you're saying, but I'm here to support my constituents. And that's where the alliance comes in. You, as a registered supporter, we in turn say, hey, we represent your constituents, and this is what they feel about this. And we're able then to work with those representatives. So if you're not part of the alliance and you're not getting involved in this, hey, if people don't get involved and we get a Carolina squat law in Wisconsin, jeepers, we tried, but you don't cry about it later when all of a sudden you're trailing your car everywhere.
Right. And I guess, one thing that might save us a little bit too is the farming community out here. I think the squatted trucks would be completely worthless for the way they're used in Wisconsin. So maybe it won't catch on here, but just in case it does, we don't need to give any fuel to that fire.
Just what Bob was saying about our supporters and contacting the legislators. I've always tell everybody that the more we have supporters, the stronger our voice is in Madison.
Right.
The more they're willing to listen to us when we approach them. So
we can use tools like Hot Rod Tuesday, and I'll use that for an example. You guys both been there several times. So like the last night we had 330 cars, I'm going to say. We had a whole bunch of cars as you were there. And that's on a Tuesday night in the middle of nowhere in Dodge County. That is a huge that's a huge amount of cars to be out on a Tuesday night. And, there's a lot more out there. So, it's not just a few guys, it's just the old guys that got their old Mustang covered up in the garage. There is a whole bunch of cars out there and a whole bunch of people that we need to look out for to make sure that, we can keep people abreast of the laws that are changing. So, if we were talking earlier off air about the Jay Leno law out in California, if like Bob was saying, if anybody in the world would have had enough pull to pull it off, that would have been the one. And even he couldn't pull it off out in California. So, we're up against, we got an uphill fight when this stuff happens, but we all need to band together. And if we show everybody that we're all on the same page, that's going to be a big help for everybody.
Yeah, that amazed me that happened with his clout. I thought for sure that was boy, everybody's going to be on that bandwagon. And
extremely high profile in the world.
It was. And it's like, but that's what happens with some of this stuff. You get the ball rolling, you get everybody on board, you get co-signers and co-authors, and and you get it in front of people, and it passes this part of the, Senate and the House and the assemblies, and all of a sudden, it's December 31st, and it goes dead. It didn't make it through. And then you've got all new people coming in. And that's what we're going to have coming up in January. We'll have elections and stuff, and all of a sudden, the first quarter of next year, we're going to have new people that are going to be in office that have no clue who WSVA is, and we're going to have to get back up there and introduce ourselves and what we do for the, the hobby and, the charities that everybody goes to, the car clubs that go to, and tell them what we're doing. I'm going to make a circle around back to that license plate hidden device. I think this is really where it's going to be effective on people, is going to be the sport bikes that have the hideaway license plate that just snaps up underneath the rear tire. And now the police, when they come up to that sport bike, and I'm telling you guys right now, I'm just putting this out there, my brain, this is how it's going to work. You get pulled over for something, they come up there and they tap on the back end of that license plate, it pops back up underneath there, spring loaded and hides. Man, you're going to get a ticket as far as I can see it. And I just want you to be aware, is it worth the $1,000 fine and getting something confiscated? But again, those are the laws, how you see what's happening within our state. We got to pay attention to that stuff.
Absolutely. And then with that being said, if you are a lawmaker, a lawmaker, invite them out to the car shows. Let those guys or those people see the amount of love that people have for the community with the car show. So not only do we have a lot of nice cars, well, you guys do, mine's a piece of crap, but a lot of you guys, everybody has these nice cars and everybody wants to come out and see the nice cars. But over and above that, it's the amount of money raised for the community. It's the, having the family time, the people coming in. I mention it all the time on here, the old people that come up and say to look at my truck and say, oh, my dad had one like that on a farm. You're bringing back that memory for these people. And yeah, you know what? Is it as efficient as a new car? Absolutely not. Do I drive it 100,000 miles a year? Also, absolutely not. So, you know what? We do a whole lot more good than harm. Yeah, there's some guys out there that do some burnouts. I may or may not have done one or two in my lifetime as well. But at the end of the day, we do a whole lot more good than bad. You look back in the 50s and hot rodders were a menace, and hot rodders were this, and hot rodders were that. Well, you know what? I'll go to bat for any hot rodder out there because we are the group as a whole is one of the best groups of people that I'm proud to be a part of.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that the menace, being a hot rodder, and a lot of times, there's two things about myself. This is Bob's talking. I'm a biker and a hot rodder, and boy, talk about a combination together. The more chaos I can create, the happier I am. But
I got a tattoo.
I got a couple burn marks from welding, but that's about it. But one thing that Ed and I, we did a talk to a car club up in Watertown. And we got to talk to the president up there, Adam. And he was telling us about his car. And after the meeting, we went out in the parking lot and got to look at his car. And it was very unique. It's a Miata. And it has I'm going to call it a cartoon paint job on it. Animated. Thank you.
Anime.
Yeah. Anime?
Yeah, it's
okay.
a Japanese thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to me it looked like it belonged in a, I'm trying to think of the magazine that we did when we were kids. Help me.
Well, actually, the current term for that is a graphic novel.
Okay. Comic book. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
We call them comic books. They call them graphic novels.
Oh, jeez. Now I'm really getting old. Yeah. So, but my old comic books have worked more than a graphic novel today. So we asked Adam, he's like, hey, we'd like to see you come to Jefferson, and bring your car along. And Ed and I wanted to see what that vehicle did alongside our booth, I'm amazed. Ed, what?
The traffic for that car and your car both, they both had good traffic, but that car had almost as much as you did with yours, and you get a lot of people looking at your car.
Yeah, but it was great because Adam had, the paint that he used on it, and he had the process and pictures, and, there was young guys coming up and going, oh, boy, that's just awesome. And then Grandpa's coming up going, oh, my grandson wants one just like this. And at the end of the show, it was like, holy mackerel, did we just see what the future of our hobby,
the car hobby.
The car hobby. I mean, we're all sides. I mean, we're from military. We had the guys from the military group. They stopped in and introduced themselves and said, hey, and we sat there for 45 minutes talking about the military getting registration and license plates in Wisconsin for their vehicles. So it was really a good show, but there's a lot of aspects of people, how they enjoy the hobby.
Right. And like I said, the joy that we get out of driving these cars is second to none. I mean, have you ever had a bad day driving your car? You drove here. Yours here today, right, Ed?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. I mean, did you ever have a bad day driving that?
I blew a head gasket once, but other than that, no.
Okay, no, hold it. It wasn't a bad day. It was a funny day. We were heading to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and Ed had to pull over because his hood latch the spot weld came off on it, and trying to keep the hood down in that car. And he's in the, I don't know, what's it?
We weren't even out of Wisconsin yet, driving to Pigeon Forge for a 10-day trip. And the spot weld broke, and we raided a couple of parts stores and borrowed an electric drill.
Got his sheet metal screws. He put a couple of screws in, just the right spot, and we made it all the way down there and back. And
you did complain a little bit about that return trip. You had a hard time keeping up with me.
No. So Ed's car is white. And I'm telling you, it is the whitest white that I've ever seen. And if you follow behind him, the sun reflects off of the shape of that car. A 47 Plymouth?
48.
48. See, should be a 47. No. But anyhow, the sun reflects off that paint job so bad that you have to stay at least a half mile behind him that you can see.
So you couldn't keep up.
I did want to keep up.
Well, and see there, case in point, the three of us, I just get along like we've known each other for years and can share these stories. That's what this is all about. That's half the reason. Driving the cars is part of it, but hanging out and bullshitting with the guys is what makes this hobby the best hobby in the world. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, I totally agree. Lucky, Ed and I, we get to meet car people, and whether they be females, males, young, old, when we go to these shows, we get to meet some of the greatest people and hear some of the greatest stories. And guys that are, they've got gals, there was a gal that, she was, what was she?
We've had a couple sign up on their own, not with husbands.
Yep.
Just sign up.
Yep. I was trying to remember her name that had that little drag car, that Nova behind us.
Oh, yeah.
And she had it there.
Carly.
Is that it? Yeah.
Carly, the two sassy or whatever it says on the side.
Yep, that's the one.
I think her name's Carly.
Yep, young gal, and it was she was revving it up, and then Ed and Ed goes, hey, he says, I wonder what the noise level is of that car. And we started talking about, noise cameras and where would that rank. And Ed's got his phone out and she's revving it and Ed's reading the header sound. And it really wasn't that loud, but, again, fun car stuff.
We had a show about a month ago about noise cameras, and I got a little bit animated over that. Don't get me started on them. Oh. Yeah, it's a sore subject there. Guys can afford $35,000 for a camera, but can't fix an $8 freaking pothole. Yeah. So, anyway, we'll save that for a different time. So if somebody wants to join the WSVA, what do they have to do?
So all you have to do is, Ed, our Gmail address
Is
WSVA.
WSVA 2019 at gmail.com.
So you can drop us a line through that. We're also, you can send us a message. We put a lot of stuff out on Facebook. That seems to be a good communicator too. I like the Gmail stuff because that way I can actually print a copy of it off and get it in the files and get back to you, and we can track, make sure we don't drop the ball or lose the lug nut. And
I hate it when a guy loses his nuts.
it's terrible. It's terrible. But yeah, and really we're it's nothing better. Our goal is we've got this decal that goes on your window, your windshield, your rear window, side window, wherever you want to put it. Our goal is, when you get pulled over, that law enforcement walks by that sticker because you told me not to. Okay. Yeah. So law enforcement walks by, sees that WSVA sticker on there and goes, oh, one of these guys, they're educated. They know what they're talking about. Their sphincter dries up a little bit, prunes up a little bit, and goes, do you know why I pulled you over? And of course, being me, it's like, what, don't you know why? But again, we want that alliance to be statewide. We want it to be large. And for a couple of bucks, we really can build something in this state to be proud of and keep our car heritage on the road.
Sure. So what you're saying is when you get pulled over, then they'll just shut the lights off and say, no, I'll just go. Doesn't have that strong of a pull yet, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what, in the beginning, when we first started this, we had a bunch of people show up in court that were alliance to the hot rodder, and that judge asked the bailiff, what are all these people here for? And, so, yeah, we can be impressive, but it takes a couple of, boots on the ground to make that happen.
Sure. So, guys, hey, thank you very much for coming on the podcast again. Don't be strangers. We're going to be, we got a long winter ahead of us. We can get you on again sometime coming up. But otherwise, like I said, if you guys want to get on, get a hold of these guys, it's WSVA19 at gmail.com, or you can get a hold of them through Facebook.
WSVA 2019.
WSVA 2019, sorry. See, my memory's bad already. Terrible.
And if you find our Facebook site, someplace embedded in there is an application for them.
Okay, so there you go.
But we can get you one mailed and get it to you, and be sure that we answer any of your questions and stuff.
Sure. And I do have some applications by me, so if you guys come out to the bar, just let me know, and I got a bunch of applications. We can get you if you want to join up, because it's definitely a good bunch to be part of. And I said these guys help keep us abreast of all the laws that are affecting our hobby. And it's a very, very needed service. So thank you guys for that.
Oh, hey, and one thing, anybody out there, if you got your representative, that come into your barbecue party or something, and you know them pretty well, hey, invite Ed and I along. We want to meet more representatives, because sometimes we go up to the Capitol, and they must hear we're in the house, and we go up to their door and it's locked. So we got to take a little folder and shove it underneath the door. So here we are on our hands and knees because we're too old to bend over. We're trying to shove this paperwork under the door because it's locked. So, we'd like to introduce ourselves and meet those reps. So, give us a call.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Joining us all the way from SEMA in Las Vegas, Nevada, it is Hot Rod Beth. Beth, how you doing tonight?
Hey, gang. It's like 85, sunny and beautiful. Oh, my God.
Here, too.
But I'm missing you guys.
You can hang up on her now. Yeah.
Hey, now. now.
So, yeah, we were just able to talk to Jo Coddington. She gave us some big news about her speed shop. That is totally amazing.
Yeah.
And I know you probably got some more people coming up, but what's the overall feel like at SEMA right now? What's the vibe there?
It's a wow. It's incredible. They're claiming 180,000 people here today. We've got action-packed week. That's for sure. I think Richie's with me also.
Okay.
And I think we put on like 8 miles yesterday.
Holy cow.
Walking. Yeah, it's all over the place. We're everywhere.
You know, sometime we're gonna put Richie on this podcast too.
Yes, I think that would be a great idea.
Yep.
A great idea.
So you get that handled and you let me know when Richie can do this.
Yes, I certainly will. We I have 2 or 3 more people I've got them lined up, but we just got to get the dates and so on. But they're real excited to chat with us.
Good.
Online.
Must be drunk.
You know what? Next year, people are going to want to come on this show. You won't even have to ask them. They're going to say, hey, let's get on that show.
Exactly.
And I'm getting a little bit of that already, too, where people, oh, yeah, you got that podcast. And then it's all of a sudden, yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk to this guy, which is kind of fun.
I spent about a good, half hour or so with Dave Kindig yesterday. We spent some time with Ryan from Counting Customs. He's going to be on the show at some point.
Yes.
And then I've got a bunch of other people. So
sure.
We're going to try and get us all dialed in and get all the followers, have some info and more stuff coming.
All right.
But otherwise, I just want to talk about real quick, and then I won't keep you because they're showing me that I got to go.
Okay.
This coming Monday at Sussex Bowl, we have the indoor car show coming from 3 to 6. Bring your picture of your car, your favorite award, a model of your car, whatever it is that you want to chat about. It's happy hour too, which everybody loves a good happy hour.
Right. And the chicken.
And and the chicken. Great. You can't forget about the chicken.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And that's Monday.
Didn't want to cluck that up.
Clook, clook, clook. Anyways, I can't wait to hear Al's version of that.
Oh boy.
But no, thank you so much for everything, guys. I know you're probably not out and driving them, but get in your car, give it a little love. And we've got, 16 weeks until we can drive again?
Probably a little more than that, but hey, whatever.
I like Beth's
We'll
idea
take it at 16.
Yeah.
I like 16.
Yeah, we'll go with 16.
That's for sure. Absolutely.
All right, Beth. I know you're in a hurry, like always, but just give us a call when you're ready to rock and roll, and we'll look forward to hearing from you.
Are you going to am I going to be able to hear what Al has to say today?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that at the end, just in case something pops up. When we got a whole loaded magazine full of Alisms.
Oh,
and
boy.
we just got to make sure that we're going to find the right one that fits.
Real quick, Al, did you do anything on your car this week?
No.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Okay, disappointed again. Darn it.
All right.
Well, guys, thank you so much for everything you do. And this is Hot Rod Beth signing off from SEMA in Las Vegas.
All right, Beth. Talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the show. The shit that Al says. Al, just be careful. You don't have Beth here. She's out in Vegas. So what do you got for us this week?
Halloween. I know it was a few days ago. Last Friday, as a matter of fact. Anyhow, Halloween. Wife and I, we like to see the kids, so we do the handing out the candy at, in the evening, trick-or-treat time. So anyway, we're watching the kids come through, having a good time. And
your parole officer allows us, right?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, gets to be the end of trick-or-treating. Not seeing any more kids. So we pack up the dish of candy, turn off the porch light, go inside. Half hour, 45 minutes later, there's this knock at the front door. Oh, what the heck? Wife and I look at each other and I say, well, we may as well. Why not? So she grabs the candy dish. She heads for the front door, and I'm slowly following behind. She gets to the door. She opens it up, and here's this kid. He's standing there, and he's red. From head to toe, face paint, everything. Just red. And when she opened the door, instead of saying trick or treat, this kid says, no, he's looking right at my wife, and he says, I'm your period. Sorry, I'm late. That was a good one.
I almost think that was real. I think I saw that kid walking through through town. That was
Nephew of yours or something?
Probably. You never know. Well, with that, hey, hang tight. We're going to have a bunch of updates, hopefully, from SEMA coming up. I'll get them out there as they come in. Otherwise, you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.